Shout out Beware. What up, though? And it's your favorite Pistons podcast, Pro Wrestling Talk for the Pistons fan. Want to find out more about our show, like where to order our official t-shirt or how to follow us on social media? Visit our Linktree /PWTPF. That's linktr.ee/PWTPF. And thanks to our premier sponsor, ticket-barter.com. See you at the seats. Can y'all believe, man, we got Ghetto Jay-Z back? That's all we wanted. That's all that's right. Just come out throwing blows. Just come out throwing haymakers, man. I'm like, let's restart the beef with Nas. I'm good, man. I'm great, man. I'm great. Like, I just had to like detox after the Pistons lost. Like that episode that I where I compared kind of like Dirk to what was it? Kate Cunningham. Like I had that in the can. Like I had recorded like whether the Pistons win or lose. What I'm gonna say. Like that's how much peace I had with Game 7 against the Cavaliers. And keeping it a month can Trilly Trilly can well I guess Trilly because Elon is a Trilly now, right? Like dog. I was like, I can't even afford the Eastern Conference Finals right now. Like, I was like, man, they about to charge my credit card. God is great. I mean, I would have figured it out, but I was just like, dog. like, this is a double-edged sword if they win. And that's the other thing. Like, but like myself, like, and other podcasts is like, yeah, you hear them. Oh man, I got media seats or I got free tickets. Like, dog, it's a grind, man. I live like 20 minutes from the arena, so I'm like. Parking, then I park at MGM Grand, so it's like a 15-minute walk. Imagine doing that. I do that like 40 times a year. I got a job, I got kids. I'm like, dog, I just gotta chill for a minute. I did order AEW Double or Nothing. I always get confused. Is All Out or All In? Is that like their WrestleMania or is it Double or Nothing? I always get confused. I just ordered Double or Nothing. Just ordered it a couple weeks ago. I like recorded an episode and I'm like, if I can't bring the energy, I'm just not gonna do it. So administratively, like, yeah, AEW comes like in July. I think Raw comes in July. I'm only going to AEW because that's all I can afford right now. Like, I just got some financial goals that I'm trying to hit. I'm just like, dog, I'm paying on my Pistons season tickets for next year. I'm paying on my Tigers season tickets for next year. I'm like, dog, that's all I got. Unless somebody bless me with some tickets to Raw, I can't make it. I can't make it. I really am. June 19th, we got our annual Pistons fan meetup this June 19th at the Tigers game. Yep. We're in the Tigers Club, so stop by and see us. Nelly's performing. Drop down and get your eagle on, girl. And shout out to everybody who's like, man, you should collab with this person. You should collab with that person. You should listen. The bottom line is nobody with like from Detroit that covers wrestling and other sports. They do not want to collab with a podcast that has 1,000 listeners. If they got 40,000 60,000 followers on Instagram. So they like, dog, they not checking for me. Especially if they do it full time. They like, dog, they trying to like elevate. They like, yo, I'm trying to get Stephen A. Low IQ Stephen A. Smith on my show. I'm not trying to like mess with the guy. You know, like this is not, the internet is not a nice place. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I appreciate it, right? I really do, because I'm like, wow, like, as a listener, you're like, wow, man, your show is great. But, like, them, they're like, yeah, 1,000 listeners, man, that guy's show sucked. Now, let me get, like, 50, 60,000 listeners or something. They were like, that's a great show right there. Remember when Nick Aldis was NWA champion? He was like, we open for business. I'm open for business. I'm just saying, like, somebody's going to have to coordinate. Like, they're going to have to, like, see me at my daughter's softball game or something. Be like, hey, yo, it's the Pistons wrestling guy. Also, man, I didn't catch, this is just I didn't catch season 6 of Dark Side of the Ring, and I know season 7 is coming up. Season 6 is like $17 on, what is it, on YouTube, man. I'm about to get that. That's what I'm about to get. I'm about to jump into that this week. This will be quick, man. I watched most of the NBA Finals games, and I just got a couple notes that kind of relate to the Pistons. It's just some thoughts. I've never seen an NBA Finals where it's pretty much blatant. Like the NBA wanted the Knicks to win. Like I've never seen anything so blatant in my life. Like I guess this dates back to maybe, remember the NBA owned the New Orleans Pelicans? Remember that? Like, and I was like, oh, that's weird. And then the Chris Paul thing where he couldn't go to the Lakers. I'm like, this is just all weird, right? But I've never experienced anything like this where the NBA was like, yes, we want the Knicks to win. Like, they didn't say it, but they said it. Like, this was some Vince McMahon corporation what's best for business type stuff. It was just like, yo, we need the Knicks to win. Like, and I get it, because there are more casual Knicks fans probably than there are. Well, I don't want to say that. There's a bunch of Yankee. I was gonna say LeBron is a Yankee fan. That's crazy work. But there are a ton of New York Knicks fans, and they're like, yo, we gotta move this merch. And then when you think about it, like if I was over the NBA, teams like Milwaukee, Oklahoma City, Denver, that's not good business. You know what I mean? like, and those are teams that have won within the last 7 years. Man, we don't want that. The other thing is like, man, San Antonio, Detroit, Orlando, man, those teams are so young. That's like, because I was like, yo, New York is just pretty much throwing banana peels out on the court, and they just falling for it. I'm like, yo, duck. I guess you wouldn't duck with a banana peel. You jump over it. But you know what I'm saying? It was just like Detroit with Cleveland. It's like, what are we doing? Like, yes, that's a pick and roll. Are y'all just... Are we not going to switch? Or what's going on? I kind of looked at this like, remember Izzy Gets Busy, pause, Israel Adesanya for, what was it? The UFC. Remember he went up to 205 during the pandemic? He was fighting Jan Blachowicz or something like that. Forgive me. Please don't punch me. Please don't punch me. I need no UFC problems. But anyway, Izzy was a 185 pounder, and he went up to 205, and he lost, and it was kind of like no harm, no foul. It wasn't like he got his head knocked off or anything. That's how I kind of look at this. It's just like the Knicks had just superior, superior experienced players. Like when you talk about Karl Anthony Towns, when you talk about OG Anunoby, those are really like not that they're good, but they have a ton of experience in high pressure scenarios. And I know the glaring stat, which I didn't need anybody to tell me this, but it's my dad used to like always say like Rip Hamilton would always score the most meaningless 20 points of the game. My dad always said that. He's like, they might as well just put 20 points on the board if Rip Hamilton is playing, right? And just say, hey, we're not going to pass on the ball. Just give him the 20 points, right? Because the Knicks scored when it was most important. And I know that does not make any sense because the goal is to outscore your opponent, so you want to score the entire game. But you got to make the shots when they count. You got to make... So, like, the Spurs were like... If it was, like, time of lead, I'm sure they led more of the series than the Knicks did. But the Knicks could just turn up in those high-pressure situations. And I guess the proof is in the pudding because they won the in-season tournament, right? So, like a lot of teams don't take that serious, but that's great practice on, working on pressure situations. That's really great practice. I'm not really going to comment on the De'Aaron Fox situation where he like should have dribbled out the clock and all this. You blew a 30-point lead. Let's start there. And I use this example. It's like the Cubs people get mad at the guy for reaching over and getting the ball. Look. There were 1,000 other things the Cubs could have done differently in that game. Don't blame that guy. Steve Bartman. That was his name. Shout out Steve Bartman. Yeah, and I didn't say this, and I don't feel like going back to edit it in where it makes sense, but it's like, I think the NBA sat back, speaking of the Cubs, and they saw like the Cubs reverse to Billy Goat. The Reds had won a championship first time in like 1,000 years or some crap like that. And they like, man, like we want a piece of that pie too. Like that's some profitable championships right there. I wrote that Wemby got to find an identity. Wemby does everything really good, like, but. And that's not a bad thing. You know, we live in the era of stats, triple doubles and blocks and all that. But what it does is it hampers your like supporting cast because they're like, what am I doing now? Like, are you gonna pull up to? Are you gonna be in the post display? Like every play, he's so good that it's like I feel like the players like Castle and Fox, they're like, I don't know what to do. I'm just kind of waiting on him to say, you know. So I would just say like, why doesn't he just find like, hey, I can do everything, but my bread and butter is this, right? And then that way everybody else can know, okay, so this is how we're going to support Wemby. Even the very last play of the series, I think it was the very last play of the series where they were down like 4-3. It was just like, pass it to Wemby. Like, that was all I had. It was just like, hey, just pass the ball to Wemby. That's all we got. And it was just like indicative of their season. Like, wow, this guy is so great. We just kind of got here all season by just passing to Wemby. I really thought they didn't do the pick and roll enough. Like from what and I know Magic mentioned this like on ESPN Friday. Like, man, I would run that pick and roll something crazy. Like, and I'm like, why are we doing it? Like, you get, man, a pick and roll with Wemby. I can run that, like, because you literally just throw the ball over your head and he's either gonna dunk it or like just stretch Armstrong and make a three. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm oversimplifying the situation. But then a guy that dynamic, you don't just want to dumb him down and just pick and roll. You know, you don't want to Andre Drummond him. Shout out to Andre Drummond. I know this may sound crazy and random, but Trae Young is one of my favorite players to watch in the league. Yes, I'm not about that life. I just go to every Pistons game, but I'm not a real fan. You know, I'm not no real fan because I watch other basketball. You fake Pistons fan. A guy that never been to Detroit told me I was a fake Pistons. I will never forget that. I said this. I was like, Jalen Brunson is everything I thought Trae Young would eventually be. But then I looked at their age, and I didn't realize Jalen Brunson is 2 years older than Trae Young. So maybe we'll get there. Hey, keep hope alive. I think when it comes to the two is just mentality. Like, Brunson is relentless, and he inspires his teammates. And those are things you just cannot put on a stat sheet. And ironically, Cade has a lot of that. Like, he's inspiring to his teammates, and they, because I know because the teammates have said it. So that's a lot of hope. Just to kind of segue this into the Pistons a little bit. For now, there is a roadmap to beat the Spurs, and I wondered why. Like, well, I guess OKC was definitely banged up. Pause. But Wemby, as menacing as he is, as like he covers so much of the floor. He's wise and as far as basketball IQ, just smarter than his age and things like that. But the Knicks just kept it simple. Just don't dribble into Wemby's area. Like that's what's the key to beating him? Just avoid Wemby that at all costs. Like, I think teams really got caught up in, like, we're going to smash mouth football Wemby. I guess I should pause right there. Like, we're going to get him in foul trouble, and the niggas like, look, we just not going to, we not going to play that game. If he over here, we passing it over there. It is painful watching, like, other fan bases celebrate. I will say that. Like, I guess, like, I've seen the Pistons win 3 NBA titles. So, like, 2 that I kind of remember as a child, and it was just kind of like when I was in second grade, I'm like, the Pistons are good, like a good team. And then we got Grant Hill, so that was a fun thing to like live through. And then, like I said, I always say I was a young adult when the Pistons won in 2004, so I was able to celebrate, buy all the championship gear. I just really enjoy it. I'm never gonna be one like I heard Stephen A. Smith. He was like, "This is the greatest moment of my life," and then he added, like, I hope they don't play. He was like, "This is the greatest moment of my life" as a sports journalist. He added that, right? Because I'm like really like, and this is gonna sound like really left, but as a dad, like the greatest moment of your life happens every day. Your kids say something, they look at you a certain way, and you just like, "Dang, man, God is good." Or if you have a spouse, you can go on a trip and you just be like, "Man, we were just clicking on all cylinders the entire trip. Like, everything was perfect. We got free drinks, blah, blah, blah." But it's hard not to watch these, like, celebrations in New York and be like, damn, I want that to be us. Especially this year. It's like the team that won the title, we mollywopped all season, Like, dog. What? This gonna sound crazy. Like, I was watching that and I'm just like, dog, let me hit up Asar, man. Let's go to the gym, man. Let's get up some shots. Like I'm just watching, like, cause next year, it's like a similar feeling like when they announced like the All-Star game is gonna be in another city or WrestleMania is gonna be in another city, and I thought Detroit was gonna get it. You'd be like, man, F them, man. They ain't got the people mover though, Like, it doesn't rationalize it. Yeah, we still good over here. But yeah, man, if you're coming to the Tigers game this Friday, Juneteenth, I'm looking forward to linking up with everybody. I love this annual meetup that we do. And what else do I have to say? I ain't really got nothing else to say. I'm not gonna get into hypotheticals. I said that in the Discord. Like, yo, man, I'm not gonna get, if the Pistons. What I mean? We just gotta be better. We gotta be better than we were this year, man. That's all I gotta say, man. Hey, what they say? Love, live life.